Hey guys, so back with some strike news because that's the biggest thing in Hollywood going on right now. Now, previously we have talked about a lot of projects that are being stalled right now because of the actor strike. I'm here today with a list that CBR did with the 10 major movies that will likely be affected by this strike that's going on, especially which are filming. So the 10 movies go as they are. They are not in any particular order, uh, like ranking or anything. I'm just giving them in a random order. So first come is Deadpool 3 because that's the most recent news that we were getting. Just before the days of the strikes, we got pictures of Ryan Reynolds Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine in the original Wolverine costume. They were fighting and everything in the ruin of Fox Studios. There were all this speculation going on. What's happening? That is this the ruins of Fox Studio? Is this another variant of Wolverine? Is this another variant of Deadpool that is trying to kill the Fox universe because the Fox logo is in ruins? Or is that Wolverine or Deadpool like killing all the previous Fox characters in X-Men and like uh, the Fox universe of comic book that there were, and reports also came in that Storm is going to be in Halle Berry Storm, and that you have Professor X, Charles Xavier, Magneto, like Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, they would be there. You had rumors, but actually they were confirmed that the Electra's gonna be there, but that also meant that Ben Affleck's Daredevil would also be there. And all this was going on, the filming was going on, and boom, the next day, a couple of days later, the actor strike began, and that's that. So that means it's kind of sure that it's not gonna be there. Like uh, the movie's not gonna finish in time. That's a given. So that's that. Then we come with Mission Impossible Part 8 Dead Reckoning Part 2. Now, the Mission Impossible movie just released last week, and yeah, the filming of this was also going on. They wanted to finish it back to back because it would be easier, and they were filming this. Christopher McQuarrie did say before the strike that 40% of this movie was already finished, and now that the strike is going on, I think we'll have to wait for the second part to come out now because the strike. What else can we do? Now we come with the next project, which is Fast X Part 2. Now, good or bad movie, that's a debate. I think it's just not that good, but the movie did end in a cliffhanger, a big cliffhanger. And yeah, to see what happens after the cliffhanger, like we'll have to wait a bit because of the strikes. This movie will not be filming anytime soon. So yeah, if those who are excited about what happens after the cliffhanger, they'll have to wait a bit. That's kind of that. So then we come with, oh, this is a big one, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. Now, this movie was scheduled to release on March 29th next year, which is very early and very good for us. It was a very good news that this movie was going to release that early. But then news came out how Sony has been overspending, overworking their staff, the like the animators to work on this, and it was being announced that they might, you know, push the date like after, but like now that the strike is going on and lines still haven't been recorded, uh, like the movie's gonna be pushed back a lot. Now that's for sure. Now that's sad for us, but the strike is important. And eventually we will get this movie. We will get, I am sure this is gonna be a masterpiece like part one and two. And yeah, crossing my fingers for the third one. Now we come to Wicked Part 1. Now, this is a very famous Broadway that's now coming on live action finally, and this is supposed to be a two-parter. And this is part 1 that was filming already, but yeah, unfortunately, because of the strike, this one is on halt as well. Now, we come with some MCU. Although Deadpool is MCU, but this one is a big one. Thunderbolts. Now this was, I think, the filming began in May, if I'm not wrong, and the filming stops right now. This was for MCU. This is a bit troubling because this is the double-edged sword part of the shared cinematic universe, and because the MCU is as big as it is, all the movies and TV shows are interconnected. One falls, everything falls. So if Thunderbolts now is delayed, everything will be delayed again. Let's remember, MCU is already, the movies and TV shows of MCUs are already delayed, and this could also push it back further. Next one is Twisters. Now, I was a kid when I saw this movie. This is a 30-year-old movie, and yeah, Twisters. After 30 years, Twisters, which is the sequel of Twister, is being filmed. This was being filmed, but because of the strike, the Twister fans may have to wait like 1 or 2 years more. Because like we've waited 30 years, we can wait 2 more years, so 1 or 2 more years. So yeah, Twisters is also now on halt, the filming of Twisters. Beetlejuice 2. Now this is also a classic of Tim Burton. This like Beetlejuice 2. Beetlejuice, the first movie was, but I found it okay. It was a good movie. It was a fun movie to me, and Michael Keaton, who is having like who's coming back in his like previous role, coming back from his previous roles, Batman, and now this Beetlejuice. Jenna Ortega supposed to be in it. The filming of this movie, as usual, was going on, but again, I think the pre-production was going on for this, but yeah, uh, yeah, the filming I think started in May, and now it stops. So this was supposed to come out in 2024, and it might not be the case. So there you go, another one. Then you got Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2. This is also a legacy project. The first Gladiator won Academy Awards. Um, Russell Crowe like gave a heavyweight performance in this one. This one was already, the cast was announced, the production did begin, but now the production is now in halt. And Gladiator 2, again, just like Beetlejuice 2 and Twisters, I would say we have waited for all these years for a sequel. We'll have to wait an extra year maybe now for Gladiator, or at least a good chunk of months. And finally, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Now, this is a bit of, I think, for me, it's a bit shrouded in mystery. Like, will Jim Carrey be in this one or not? We know, I think Shadow is going to be the main villain on this one because, sorry, spoilers, in Sonic Hedgehog 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, in this last scene, Shadow appears. So maybe, like, Shadow is the main villain and maybe Jim Carrey's Robotnik won't be there. But nonetheless, I loved Sonic 1 and 2. This was coming out so early, but again, the strike and everything. Now, who knows when this strike will go out, but uh, will be resolved. But this was supposed to come in December 2024. But yeah, so this was a long times away. But we know how post productions now work in Hollywood. It takes time to refine and do everything, and these if the studios want to like release these movies just the way they are, even after these halts are coming in, the the quality may hamper. So I'm okay if they want to work more on it and push the release dates of all these movies back, because to me quality matters more. So if that happens, fine. And yeah, the strike, it seems, is going to like you know create a lot of harm for Hollywood, and the executives who didn't care about the writer strike are really going to care for the actor strike, because these are only 10 movies that I listed, and these are important 10 movies. I didn't even go through Venom 3 and the other MCU, Star Wars, or Warner Brothers stuffs. There are like literally hundreds of TVs and movie shows that are now in halt. These are only the 10 that I wanted to talk about. So the producers, the AMPTP, the Producers Guild, they should, I think they will in days understand the severity of this, and they have to come to a resolution, or the movies that I talked about, the longer they get halted, the more pushback they will be. We will be the ultimate sufferer. So, what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the